And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, as we bring you high school basketball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We're from Muncie South Middle School, which used to be the Muncie South High School. As you know by now, the field house still under renovation. It is not ready to go. So this is the first time I've been back here in years, and only about the third time in 29 years I've been here to Muncie South High School. The pregame brought to you by Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear as the Red Devils get set to take on the Bearcats of Muncie Central High School. And joining us here tonight, by the way, we will keep you updated all night long on what is happening with this game, other games going on around the area as well. Brendan Evans joining us here for the pregame. Of course, now we know as we head into the tip-off of this one tonight, you're playing a Muncie Central team who we'll talk more about a little bit later without one of your best players, as we found out earlier that Andrew Croft is not going to play. You're losing 15 points per game, but you're losing a lot of other aspects that he brings to this Red Devil basketball team here tonight.
Right, and as you said, you were losing about 15, 20 points per game. He's just such a good producer from anywhere on the field, or court, I guess I should say. And you're losing a lot of speed, too. The guy ups the tempo so much, and he's just carried this team through countless games, him and his brother both.
Yeah.
And it brings me to my next point, the chemistry between him and Lucas. Now, we've seen countless times, Andrew will throw up an alley-oop or a little pass up for an easy assist to Lucas or vice versa. Now, Lucas is going to have to put a little bit of trust in another player and try to counteract that out. And then...
Well, I was going to say the other thing about that is, too, you talk about those two playing together as well as they do. I'm not sure.
And for so long.
And for so long, yeah. But in a building like this, and as you notice, it's a little bit darker in here than you may see in some other gyms. I think this is going to be a tough place to play tonight because, first off, it is an old high school, but it's not the field house where it's bright, a great place to shoot. With the JV, by the way, showing that tonight as they're getting beat 60-22, it can be a tough shooting place. So my question is then, before you get to the other points, who else is going to step up? Marquise Thomas is going to be in the starting lineup, but he is not a scorer. He can be. We saw that at Indianapolis Tech. So my question is, who else is going to step up for the Red Devils tonight?
Right, well, Marquise was not in the lineup last week, so I'm against Connersville, I think. No.
Well, when they lost to Newcastle and they beat McCutcheon.
Yeah, he was out for both of those games, and he really hasn't played in a couple weeks then, so he's probably pretty hungry coming into this game. I expect him to be one of those players that you expect to come up. I also expect Raphael Dean and Jordan Stoley. Jordan Stoley said he was feeling pretty good today when I talked to him. He said he was coming out hungry.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been one of these players that, you look forward to producing all these points because you have Lucas and Andrew, but now it's Lucas and who else? Yeah,
well, that's it. And you're going to hear the coach talk about that, and all coaches do. Next man up, next man up, next man up. So somebody's going to have to step up here tonight. Now, just a little bit of a hint on Muncie Central. We have our scouting report on radiotroy.com. The thing is about the Bearcats, you can look at the record and go, okay, they have a losing record coming in. The problem is they've got some very good talent. They played Logansport very well at Logansport. They played a Ben Davis team very close. They ended up losing to Noblesville. But this is a team that you got to be careful of because they have so many athletes. And the one thing about tonight is they rebound well, and the Red Devils have not been a good rebounding basketball team overall this entire year.
And that's something else you're also losing with Andrew, as you'll hear Coach talk about, is really when the ball is in his vicinity, he's picking that rebound up and taking it down the court.
Well, and he's a second leading rebounder of the team, the second leading scorer as well. So that's, I guess, the bad news about tonight's matchup. The good news is it is just one game this week. The Red Devils over the season thus far have had difficulty preparing for two games. So tonight it's one game. It's Muncie Central. It's on the road. And now the Red Devils find out without Andrew Croft how they're going to play tonight. But we're going to talk more about Muncie Central coming up a little bit later. When we come back in a moment, we're going to hear from the head coach. Coach Kalik will talk about this team, their preparation this week, how they're going to work with that Andrew Croft. We'll check out what's going on in the North Central Conference. We'll take a closer look at the Muncie Central Bearcats, and our IHSAA report is coming up as well. So do not go away. This is the pregame show brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Coach, before we get to the game itself and talk a little bit about the Bearcats, without Drew tonight, talk a little bit about your rotation, how that's going to change things, and from his standpoint, again, the good news is you're off for the next 2 weeks, but what is his status right now?
Right now he's out going through a little concussion protocol, and hopefully he comes back and everything is okay, and he'll be able to play in our next game. But as far as our rotation goes, we'll start Marquise in his place, and then other guys that haven't had as much of an opportunity so far are going to have to step up and play well today. And some guys may have to have a career night in his place to replace his production, because we're not going to get it from just one person. We're going to have to get it from a collective group, and hopefully those other guys are ready to go. And I think you'll see more guys play tonight than you have in the past as a result of him being out. So for us it's very important to get off to a good start, to contain runs, to make sure that their runs are limited, and then to make sure that we're rebounding the basketball.
As you said, at some point you're going to have to develop some depth in case you have more injuries down the line. And so for some of these guys tonight, it's a real key night, isn't it?
Absolutely. Some guys have been waiting for an opportunity and able to showcase a little bit more than what they have so far. And tonight's that opportunity that they have to come out here and hopefully play well and give us some production. With Drew being out, and allow us to feel comfortable as the season goes on to put them in those positions where they hopefully can be successful and showcase some of the things that they can do to help us win. And that I think is the epitome of a team. When one guy isn't able to go, other guys step up and fulfill their role and responsibilities in his stead.
Coach, the funny thing is when you look back at games in which you have one game to prepare for in the week, you generally have done very well. Even in the week that you had the Newcastle game and then the McCutcheon game, you came out, you won the McCutcheon game, the game you needed to win. But what is it about having just the 1 week where you seem to play better and not having to worry about two different teams to prepare for?
Well, you get to focus on one opponent as opposed to a couple opponents. And like I said, before with our guys, they're so limited in the opportunities that they've had to play at the varsity level and play in a competitive environment, in the process of doing so, that they need that extra time. So even sometimes when you look at it, you're transitioning from a game on a Wednesday to a game on a Friday. Even that isn't enough time for those guys to get prepared. And so we had this whole week to focus strictly on Muncie Central, which we did. And hopefully we come out and it shows that we did prepare. And obviously we didn't prepare to go life without Drew. But, again, other guys know what we're doing and know what we're supposed to be doing. And hopefully because of that knowledge, they're able to step up and step in and fulfill that role and at least, show some semblance of what we're trying to get accomplished. Rather than I know that they may not be the type of player and be able to deliver the type of production that he does, but at least know what they're doing and what we're trying to do to slow down Muncie Central. Yeah,
I would imagine, too, even if you didn't get the production and points and rebounds and such, you certainly replacing his energy is not an easy thing to do.
No. He's the most energetic guy that we have. He's a 50-50 ball kid too. When balls are in his vicinity, he tends to come up with them more times than not. So other guys are going to have to hopefully produce that energy. When things aren't going well, he's the one that's kind of rallying the troops, so to speak. During that time period, and he'll still be able to do that a little bit from the bench. But it's a lot different when you're on the floor. So we got some other guys who are going to have to show some leadership tonight, some tenacity, and show some resilience, and have that personality about themselves that shows that they care about the results and what's going on the floor.
How has your preparation been this week?
I thought it's been fine. We figured some things out about ourselves. We had one ideology of what we were going to do going into tonight, and as practice, transpired, we realized that probably wasn't going to be our most successful way, so we switched it up, and we're able to work on it the last couple of days. So, hopefully tonight we come out and we implement that, and if we rebound the basketball, we take care of the ball and take good shots on the offensive end, make them work, on the defensive end, then, hopefully we can have the type of success that we want, but we can't allow them to have multiple shots at the basket because they're just too athletic around the rim, for us to allow that to happen. We got to put bodies on bodies and not rely on, out leaping them for balls. So, again, those fundamental aspects of things have got to come into play tonight for us to win.
Hey, Coach, before we talk about their personnel, this is a little bit different because we're at the old Muncie South High School, which is now a middle school. Atmosphere is a little bit different, and I know that's never really an excuse, but sometimes playing in venues like this can be a little bit more difficult because it's going to be a small place to play. Does that play in any factor? Do you try to think about that at all, or is that just something you don't even consider?
No, this is a former high school, gym. When Muncie Southside played here, and I've played, numerous games here myself, and familiar with the gym, and it's something that we don't really, talk about or focus on, and there are gyms that we've played in that are just the same size as this. So, we've also played in gyms that are bigger with less crowd, with a smaller crowd. So we try to create our own energy and try to create our own enthusiasm and get ourselves going rather than rely on, the environment or the atmosphere. And so I don't think it'll be a factor for us at all.
All right, Coach, let's talk about personnel. And as you and I talked about on Monday in our show, this is a team that you look at the record. Yeah, they're not a winning team at the moment, but you look at the game against Logansport, against Ben Davis, some of the teams they played well. What makes them so dangerous?
They're athletic. They're athletic. They're able to get out and run. They really do a good job of getting the ball to the rim, off the bounce and attack the rim. They play with a lot of energy. So, for us, that's a real challenge, because we don't always play with that type of energy and passion that we need to on a consistent level. So that's something that we're going to have to do a better job of. And, sometimes we have a difficulty, containing ball penetration. So that's a focus tonight in trying to limit, the amount of touches they get in the paint. And, if they're coming out and they're making jump shots, then it makes it even more difficult for us. But, you kind of, play the percentages and take your chances. But I think, equally as important is what we do on the offensive end. We can't take quick shots. We can't take forced shots. We got to be patient. We got to take care of the ball, value the ball, limit our turnovers to be successful because, they got some guys that, are very capable scorers. They got some athletes, that can get out and run. And that's something that we have to be aware of, and we can't go out here and try to out-athlete them, and we're not going to be successful if we do.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
As always, I appreciate it.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We're back here in Muncie. It's a Muncie South Side Middle School, the old Muncie South High School. Troy Naragowski along with Brendan Evans. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Bearcats. By the way, you may remember what happened last year in Richmond when the Bearcats opened up that contest 26-0 in the first quarter. I've never been through anything like that before, where Richmond had been shut out in the opening quarter 26-0 as the Bearcats came in and just simply spanked the Red Devils. Chandler Thompson, the former star at Muncie Central High School, and of course played at Ball State. He is their head coach in his second year. They are 11-23 under his tutelage, and they've won two out of their last three. They go to Jay County, beat the Patriots 65-53. They beat Lafayette Jeff here. That was a huge win, 81-74, before losing on the road at Noblesville by 3, 47-44. And they lose that Ben Davis game on a neutral site, 80-67. Then earlier in the year, they knocked off Logansport 75. Or I should say lost to Logansport by 1, 75-74. They do give up points. You can score against this team. They give up nearly 69 points per game, scored just 65. Coming into this one, not a great shooting team at 41%, but their idea is they want to get the basketball to the rim and score inside. That's the key for them. Real quick, Victor Young, the junior, 14.7 points per game, 6.5 rebounds. Watch for him tonight, just a junior. Reggie Bass is a freshman, 6'4", 13 points per game. Coming into this one, Dylan Stafford, a 6'2" guard at 8.3 points per game. KJ Jackson at 6.7. Lamar Akins, the senior, at 5.6 points per game. So that's a look at some of the Bearcats' numbers as they enter this one here tonight. Quick check of the North Central Conference standings. Richmond, 3-0. Logansport, 3-0. Muncie Central, 2-1. They have a chance to move into perhaps a tie for no worse than second place with a win here tonight against the Red Devils. Marion, Anderson both at 1-1. Tech is 2-2. Harrison 1-2. Lafayette Jeff 1-2. McCutcheon is 1-3. And Kokomo 0-3 on the season. Other games tonight in the NCC. Anderson plays at Lafayette Jeff. Harrison is at Kokomo. Tech is on the road at Marion. And Logansport is at McCutcheon. Red Devils off tomorrow and will be off next weekend. So they are essentially off for 2 weeks after tonight's matchup. We will come back, get you the starters, and we are moments away from the tip-off. It's coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is the pregame brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner. An exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell with our weekly conversation with the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. And, Bobby, I know you and your colleagues, commissioners around the United States came into New York City over the holidays for your National Federation of High Schools winter meeting. Always great to be together, hearing guest speakers, experts in their field, sharing best practices, and looking at some incredibly important issues that affect everybody in high school sports.
You're right, Bob, and Happy New Year,
Happy
first
New
of all,
Year
to you and everybody that joins us. Yes, the NFHS winter meeting was in New York over right after the first of the year, and it's a 2.5-day meeting that could be stretched into a week. We have a robust agenda of topics that we cover. Had some great guest speakers, folks from the NCAA, Dan Gavitt, who's the Senior Vice President of basketball, and talked about the new June evaluation events for men's Division I basketball that state associations must approve, and Indiana's on the cutting edge of that. We've been doing these for over 10 years now, and actually the country is looking at our model of trying to create some events in their states, and we're actually going to enhance our event and working with our Basketball Coaches Association, Steve Woody, the executive director. So that was a big topic, and we talked about concussion insurance updates. You know, the IHSA provides our members the opportunity to purchase gap insurance for concussion injuries, and we talked about the number of states that are engaged in that policy and how that's growing. We talked about mental health issues around interscholastic athletics, and that's becoming more and more of a topic of conversation, and the use of sports psychologists and the pressures that these young people face, not only just the physical training and the demands on their time, but how do they deal with it socially and emotionally, and the pressures that these young people feel. We had a great presentation by Scott Hollenbeck, who's the director of USA Football, and talking about their developmental model of football and how they're revamping the way football is being taught at the lower levels and integrated into high school. So a lot of great speakers, a lot of agenda. You can't spend too much time on any of them, but a lot of things for us to come back and share with our staffs and what we're doing at the state level.
Also, you had an opportunity to write an op-ed, co-write an op-ed talking about the loss of officials, and one of the primary reasons for our inability as associations and schools and institutions to find quality officials is because of the way they're treated by fans.
That's correct, Bob. Dr. Carissa Niehoff, who's the executive director of the NFHS, and I co-authored an op-ed that appeared this week, and I'm very happy that we were able to get that message out. The reality is we have more officials in Indiana that are 60 years of age and older than we do that are 30 years of age and younger. Well, it doesn't take very long to do that math before you realize that we're going to run out of officials before long. And the number one reason that officials leave the vocation is the treatment they receive from adults, the verbal abuse and so forth that they receive from adult fans and coaches and the like. And so it's time to address this issue head on. We want fans at all of our games. We want them to be there positive. And I was having an interview this morning on Channel 8, and I talked about staying in your lane. If everybody stays in their lane, it's great. Coaches need to coach. Officials need to officiate. Players need to play. And fans need to cheer loudly and proudly for their school. And when everybody does that, we have a great event. It's when we get outside our lane and coaches try to officiate and officials try to coach and students try to tell the officials how to officiate and the fans try to tell the coach how to coach and how to officiate. That's when we get sideways. And so it was a good opportunity for Dr. Niehoff and I to pen that letter and get that out to our media, and then have an opportunity to have the conversation about what is acceptable behavior at our events and what's unacceptable behavior.
He is the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA. Commissioner, great to talk to you. Lots of basketball, other winter sports going on this week. Have a great week.
Thank you, Bob. You too.
We're back here at Muncie Southside Middle School. Let's go and get you the starting lineups. First off for the Bearcats of Muncie Central. 6'5" and a forward, a senior wearing number 5, Lamar Akins. 6'1" and a junior, number 21, Dylan Stafford. Victor Young, 6'3" and a junior, number 24. KJ Jackson, 5'10" and a junior, number 30. And Reggie Bass, just a freshman, 6'4". He wears number 34. It'll be Akins, Stafford, Young, Jackson, and Bass tonight for the Bearcats. For the Red Devils, Jordan Stoley, 6'5" and a junior, wearing number 4. Kareem Jett, 5'9" and a junior, wearing number 4. By the way, Stoley wearing number 3. Marquise Thomas, 5'11" and a junior, wearing number 5. Lucas Croft, 6'5" and a senior. He is number 10. And Raphael Dean, 6'3" and a junior, wearing number 15. So again, for the Red Devils tonight, it'll be Stoley, Jett, Thomas, Croft, and Dean. They're your starting lineups. The tip-off is coming up in just a moment. Stay right there. Red Devils basketball is on the way right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
And we welcome you back once again to Muncie Southside Middle School. Troy Naragowski along with Brendan Evans. All right, let's talk about keys to this one. We have made it. It's well documented. The Red Devils are going to be shorthanded here tonight. Coach said the one thing I think two things for me. Number one, don't get behind early. Number two, you better rebound tonight, because we saw in the JV game, their JV simply out-rebounded and out-hustled our JV team, and it was a blowout. Red Devils can't fall behind early in this one.
And you mentioned that JV game there a little bit. I really think it was more, they wanted it more than we did, and there was really no way around that.
Well, they took it to them.
Yeah, they did. Really with Muncie Central and many sports, if they want it more than you do, they're going to come away with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Red Devils have had times this year where the energy level hasn't been there. That cannot happen tonight against this Bearcat team. If you look at it again, they're only 3 points away from winning their last 3 games against 3 very good basketball teams.
Absolutely.
I know our picture kind of looks like we got a sunburn in here, doesn't it? But we've tried to fix it. The lighting in here is terrible. Yeah, I know we've looked at it, and it's the best we got right now.
Not much we can do from this point.
It's not great lighting at all. Stoley will jump it up in the middle. We are underway here tonight from Muncie Central High School. And Red Devils going to play a little zone, a little 1-3-1, so this is kind of a surprise. First shot is up and good, and that'll be a 2-point basket. And the Red Devils fall down in this one 2-0. KJ Jackson getting the Bearcats on the board first. So, again, already a surprise as the Red Devils go zone here in the first quarter.
And you said they had to score quick and stay in this game, and they're not going to give up easy opportunities here in this one.
Off the missed shot, Aiken. Ball goes out of bounds. Red Devils touch it last. So I think you start seeing 6-8 points on the board. Red Devils get a quick timeout just to make sure, again, that this thing doesn't get away early. See the Bearcats being patient against the zone, and boy, and you see number 34, Reggie Bass. There's a shot from the left corner, no good by Stafford. A one and done that time, but Reggie Bass, a good-looking young man.
By the way, good hustle there by Raphael Dean to save the ball from going out of bounds.
So now Red Devil basketball, second time, Stoley. Now we'll find Kareem Jett. His hands will be full tonight with KJ Jackson. A lot of physical play underneath. Here's Lucas, the kick out. Red Devils good ball movement to Stoley. Can't get it. Red Devils 0-2 now. Here come the Bearcats. They waste no time on that shot. That was a deep three by Victor Young and an offensive rebound. We talked about rebounding earlier. In the corner, Bass missed it. Here come the Red Devils once again. Marquise off the drive, missed it. And the Red Devils 0 for 3. The ball tipped out of bounds. Good deflection by Lucas Croft. Again, we mentioned when you look at our picture, it looks a little yellow, and we were doing all kinds of adjusting, but lighting in here is really not very good. The floor, and we were talking with Lucas Croft early, he said the floor is really slippery. So I don't know when the last time was that they did something to this floor, but he's going to, and the rest of the Red Devils are going to have to work on that. Red Devils now in a 3-2 zone.
And Troy, all that is a simple, well, not really exactly a simple adjustment, but it's just something that these guys are going to have to play with. If they look to take basketball any further, they're going to deal with conditions like this. Things happen, and you just have to adjust to them on the fly.
There's another three from the corner as Stafford missed it again. So neither team shooting well early. Here is Stoley for 3. Red Devils 0 for 4 as Jordan Fry is checked in. Ball loose. Well, they had a player wide open. Lucas drives and hits it. Red Devils get on the board, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Marquise was wide open. Lucas averaging 22.4 points per game. So back once again in a 3-2 zone. They've gone two different zones early. Bearcats basketball, Stafford. There is Young. His shot no good. Rebounded by Marquise. Red Devils going to push it up the floor. Good ball movement. Near side Marquise.
And really these Red Devils are going to have to play aggressively most of the night tonight if they want to come out on top.
Here's a three on the way, no good, but an offensive rebound. Marquise layup off the missed shot. And the Red Devils now lead it 4-2. Marquise averaging nearly 3 points per game.
And that's really just a good job by Marquise to keep his head in the game and not focus on what's going on over to the right of him with Lucas, but to keep his eye on the ball so he can get back in there and put up 2 points.
And he's looking, of course, he might be a little fatigued early being in the lineup for the first time in the last couple of games. Stafford three in the corner, and now the Bearcats have gone cold. Red Devil basketball once again. Jordan Fry, the kick out, Marquise. Red Devils very patient. Coach talked about it in the pregame. Got to be patient against the Bearcats. There is Lucas for three. No good. Rebound inside by Akins. Bearcats will quickly push it up the floor. They want to get it down the floor to beat that zone if they can. There's a scoop shot up and good. There's Akins. Ties this ball game at 4 apiece.
And that was good defense by Jordan Fry. That was just an amazing shot from a pretty much a horrible angle by Atkins.
Yeah, he didn't have a great angle for sure.
Almost right under it.
There's Fry. Short jumper, good. 6'4" Red Devils. Jordan gets on the board for the first time. And a turnover there by the Bearcats. Red Devils will see a change. Take that back as Demarius Pegues will come in for the Bearcats. Pegues will come in for Stafford. Stafford, Olfer here early in this one. And now the Bearcats will apply some pressure to the basketball. Good look at KJ Jackson. Richmond leading at 6-4. Lucas with the basketball looking for the opening. Lucas will spin, drives, and left-hand shot good. Red Devils 8-4 now.
And Troy Lucas is just such a dangerous player because he's really one of the very few people in Richmond that can shoot pretty much all over the court. He can hit a deep three, and then the next drive he can come up and dunk on you.
And he's also going to be forced to rebound a little bit more here tonight without Andrew in the lineup as the Red Devils with 2:23 to go here in the opening period of play lead this one 8-4. Shot from the corner. That's no good. Tip up, no, and there's Marquise Thomas with another rebound. Here come the Red Devils. Jordan Fry in the corner, good. That'll be a 2-point bucket, and the Bearcats are going to need a timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond on top of this one, 10-4.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Well, we talked about the Red Devils not getting off to a slow start, and other than missing their first couple of shots, Brendan, that has not been the case, and now they're starting. And I think this is a tough gym to shoot in. Number one, it's old. Maybe it's certainly not as old as the Fieldhouse, but the lighting is much better at the Fieldhouse than it is here. It is really, to me, very dark in here.
In the Fieldhouse, there's been a lot more of renovations than there has been here. This place really isn't used much than high school or middle school gym class.
Yeah. Well,
and really, if they keep this up, they're coming in aggressive but patient, as Coach said in the pregame. And if they keep this up, they have all opportunities to come out with this game.
Well, certainly so. And again, I think that this zone is catching Muncie Central a little bit off guard because the Red Devils do not play zone very much. And they've got this 3-2 zone. That's what Coach was talking about in the pregame, that they were going to do something different tonight, and they switched it up about Wednesday, had a chance to work on it Wednesday and Thursday, and the 3-2 zone is really working well early. And you see the Red Devils back in it once again. Really doesn't give the Bearcats much of a look anywhere for a good shot. Rebound by Pegues, put back, yes, but that's another key right there. The Red Devils are going to have to rebound better. Can't allow second chance opportunities here tonight. 10-6 your score, down to a minute 22 to go. Lucas draws a triple team. Here is Stoley for three, good. And that's what they're going to need out of Stoley here tonight as well. Stoley averaging 8.8 points per game.
And Troy, you mentioned earlier this place is just such a hard place to play and shoot in. It's not a big gym, so it does not take it very much to fill this place up. We're used to playing in the Tiernan Center with almost 9,000 seating capacity. This place has 2,000, 2,500 at the most, and that's pushing it.
And it's loud. I mean, it's just ricochets off the walls everywhere here.
Oh, there's such an echo in here. And you got to imagine how hard it is to hear Coach all the way across the floor.
Lucas three-pointer no good after the Bearcats missed their last chance. That is Victor Young. Good look now to Akins. The kick out. Bass for three, good. That's the freshman. Bass averaging nearly 13 points per game. Red Devils with 12 seconds will play for one right here. See what they'll set up. Get it to the right side, goes out of bounds, and the Red Devils turn it over.
And that right there is probably going to be the Red Devils' biggest demise in this game, is these mental errors. They have to focus and they have to stay concentrated.
Last opportunity for Bass, and it hits off the front of the rim. We will head to the second quarter here at Muncie Southside Middle School. North Central Conference basketball. Red Devils on top, 13-9 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sOfRichmond.com.
You know, every time Brendan and I look at that picture, it looks like we're playing on Mars.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the Red Devils, after an early start, a little slow out of the gate, they've come back now, take the lead at 13-9. Red Devil basketball. They'll stay with the lineup that was in at the end of that first quarter. Red Devils against that man still, and Bearcats really sinking down below the three-point line, and so are the Red Devils. There's a 5-second call. Just an instance there where you got to have a little more movement on that offense. Got to get somebody open.
And I think they actually got a timeout.
Wow, that's big. Well, that, you know, and that's good because the Red Devils didn't want to give up a possession, and there you see the head coach, Coach Kalik, now telling his team there was just no movement, no continuity in the offensive set that time.
Right. Really the only movement you saw was Thomas going out to the wing and Lucas coming into the paint, but that was really just because Lucas told him to.
Well, and they all got kind of stuck there, too.
Right.
And you go back and look at it, you see the three guys are kind of standing there. One guy goes out to the wing. Well, you only had the one guard out front, Kareem Jett. He's kind of waiting for somebody to do something.
Right.
And he's going to play off of that.
There was nothing there.
There was nothing there. Yeah, you're exactly right.
There was nothing there, no way for him to get around there. That was just really good defense.
So, Red Devils get the timeout. Good look again at Kareem Jett. Of course, the fans love the play of K.J. Jackson. Stoley.
That's a shot Lucas normally takes.
Well, he misses that one. The tip out, Jett with the basketball. Here's Stoley again as Jordan Fry deep in the corner. Wow. See, and that's a turnover right there. You're just not sure what happened. That's an unforced turnover. No real effort to go get the ball for some reason. That's a third turnover now by the Red Devils. I don't know if it's just a miscommunication. It had to have been that because Marquise almost seemed like he was wanting to go toward the basket. Muncie Central basketball once again. There's Bass for three. No. And the rebound, Croft. Again, the Red Devils playing without Andrew Croft. They're missing 15 points out of their lineup. Boy, got to take that shot. And he does. Nice three-pointer there by Kareem Jett. Left him wide open. Boy, Kareem was a little reluctant to shoot it. I think he's got to be a little more confident right there.
And Jett's not really a player to shoot very often.
Well, they need him to, and that's one thing about it, especially without Andrew in the ball game.
And even more when you're that open.
Yeah. If they back up, you hit it. There's a foul off the board as Victor Young.
He had a good 6-7 foot separation from really anyone.
Yeah. By the way, Victor Young averaging 15 a game has not scored tonight yet for the Bearcats, and that is only the second foul called.
Who'd they get on the
Kareem
foul?
Just picked up that foul. And Victor Young gets on the board.
And boy, I tell you, Kareem Jett had not scored, and that's a good way to get onto the board for the first time.
16-10. You know, they've updated our graphics, and I was trying to figure out why that said goal. It was like we're playing soccer here. Watch this if he makes the free throw. Watch. Goal.
That's great.
I have no idea where that come from. That's oh, well. 16-11 your score here at Muncie Southside Middle School. Boy, near steal by Pegues, and there's a turnover. Pegues at the other end. And a turnover leading to 2 points. Pegues now with 4. The Red Devils with 4 turnovers. Here is Jett down the lane with the left hand. Good. How about Kareem coming back? Now has 5. Back to a 5-point lead for the Red Devils. Stafford back in now for Muncie Central. There's a shot from the right wing, no good. As in the ball game, Jalen Brown comes up empty. And Richmond nearly turned it over again. There's Lucas. Spins and scores. I don't think they can stop him if he's on his game. 6 now for Lucas. You know, the thing I liked about that possession was they turned it over, they got back on defense, 1 and done for Muncie Central, come back and score. They didn't let it bother them.
Right, and that's really what you got to do no matter what sport you're in. If you're in football, throw an interception, shake it off, come back on the field.
Yep, exactly. There's a turnover for the Bearcats. That's going to be their third, right? You got 2 or 3. I have 3.
Well, we're probably going to go with 3 then.
Lucas will give it up to Marquise. His shot no good in the corner. Red Devils hold on to a 7-point lead, and Marquise just picked up the foul.
You know, Troy, I got a set up here. I've got Richmond on my left and Muncie Central on my right, and it's weird because I normally have Richmond on my right and the other team on the left. I know, and it's weird. I keep wanting to put Richmond stuff on Muncie Central.
By the way, in the ball game, Jalen Hillard will check in, and Tyjon Deloney will check into the ball game as well. Tyjon is a senior, wearing number 23 for the Red Devils. Richmond on top by 7, 4:34 to go here in the first half. There's a shot from the left wing, no good by Victor Young. Croft with the rebound. Here is Lucas again on the drive, and a foul call. That'll go against Jalen Brown. You know, I tell you what, and again, it's still very early, but I think Richmond, other than a couple of turnovers, they played with, that's an over and back. You got to get in the backcourt. Turnover number 5 on Richmond, but you got to get that ball in go and just receive it in the backcourt, then bring it back across. Don't take that chance of just turning the ball over right there. I was about ready to say I like the composure other than a couple of turnovers, but their 3 turnovers just been what you would consider bad turnovers. Here's Stafford. Bearcats facing a man, and I don't think they're expecting a man. There's a turnover for the Bearcats. Number 4 now for Muncie Central.
Which, by the way, a moment ago you just said the 3 turnovers for Richmond. They actually have 5.
Yeah, I can't read my writing. I'm taking photos. I'm doing the color. I'm doing, helping you do color. We're doing talking, running the commercials. We can't do it all here. Deloney gives it up.
Now, are those excuses or factors?
Yes, those are excuses, and I have plenty of them. Here's Fry. Nice drive down the lane. That's one thing you like to see Stoley do more of, is take that basketball to the basket.
Right, and he's always quick to pull the trigger as soon as he gets it with the automatic 3, because he is a good three-point shooter, don't get me wrong, but I think he'd be so much better if he could take it in and he'd pick up some more points.
Well, and that hasn't been his game, and that's something they're trying to help him develop, and he'll develop that too in the AAU game he'll play during the summer, but that's something that he's going to have to learn to do, to be an all-around player. When he missed it.
And yet again, that's just another adjustment that these guys are going to have to learn to make if they want to take basketball to the next level.
Exactly. 7-point lead, 3:29 to go here in the first half, and now we would consider this to be a low-scoring first half. Neither team has really shot well early in this one. And I'm going to go back to this, as Pegues will drive baseline, shot no good. They've got to be shooting around 30% now. Here's Hillard.
Stoley made both of those free throws, right?
No, he missed them both.
Oh, he missed them both. My God. That's what I meant to say, at least.
Yeah. Here's Deloney.
Deloney just such a good player. He just doesn't get the opportunities to get out on the court and make plays.
There is a turnover. Back the other way. Look out. Brown dunks it at the other end, and that'll get this small crowd going. Very vocal here tonight. The Red Devils with the turnover, and we've got a foul call on Pegues. So 6 turnovers by Richmond. Pegues will pick up number 2. Of course, Pegues, a long line of players by the last name of Pegues, as Tyjan will come out of the ball game. Jet in as well now for the Red Devils. Here's a 3 by Stoley off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Pegues. Here come the Bearcats. They want tempo. The Red Devils want to slow it down. Young in the lane, good. That's a guy you don't want him getting going. 2 minutes to go here before halftime.
And this is a really good half for these Red Devils and the Bearcats, if you really want to.
Well, I think you're correct in at least one way, and that is the Red Devils, first off, are winning. Number 2, they played their tempo. And Muncie Central, I think, is a little frustrated. They want to get up and down the floor, and the other thing is they weren't expecting the man. The zone defense. 7 turnovers by Richmond, that's a concern.
And we heard Coach say that they were going to change things up a little. And you just have to think that that's exactly what Coach had in mind.
Timeout on the floor as Jalen Brown hits the basket. 1:26 remaining here in the first half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils have seen their lead cut to 1.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
We're back here at Muncie Southside Middle School. Many of you Red Devil fans remember this as Muncie South High School. They, by the way, a couple of state championships to their credit, and we were out in the lobby earlier. They have a couple of former NFL players. Brandon Gorin is the first one that may come to mind. Played for the New England Patriots and won a couple of Super Bowl rings. But right now, we're more concerned about basketball, and the Red Devils giving up the ball now 7 times here in the first half, and that's been maybe the one Achilles heel so far. They got to quit turning the ball over.
Coach Kalik does not look happy with the progress Richmond is making so far right now.
Well, he's not happy with the turnovers, I can guarantee you that. Here's Croft. Got the defender in the air, and he goes down hard, and that's going to be Victor Young. And, boy, you don't want to lose him. Coach Kalik wants to, he can get a free timeout here. You can hear him screaming at his team to get over because you get a chance to talk to your basketball team, and that is Victor Young right there. And you see Coach.
Now, Troy, you see this all the time in sports, I'm sure, because you're at so many of them, almost every sport for Richmond and Earlham. This really is the worst part of any athletic is the injuries.
Well, and, you know, these young guys and the girls and men and women who play college sports, I just love seeing everybody at full strength. And that's like when you lose an Andrew Croft, he's a guy who can change the dynamic of a game.
You want to see who the better team is at full strength. You don't want to see who the better team is when one of them can't play at full performance.
Yes, it's a factor. And then, again, we talk about factors or excuses, but that's a huge factor. And Victor's going to come out for the moment. He landed right in his hip, and that'll bring Reggie Bass back in.
I tell you what, he's a young guy, but that's still going to mess with his hip for a few weeks.
To make a young guy feel really old there. But that was a good shot fake by Lucas, getting him in the air. 1:02 to go. And that gives him, now he can buy this minute and then have the halftime to get himself. By the way, Bonzi Wells, one of the assistant coaches for the Bearcats, of course, a great career at Ball State, played in the NBA for several years. And Richmond nearly turned it over. 49 seconds. This might be a long time for the Red Devils to hold the basketball.
I don't think they're trying to hold the basketball. I think they're just looking for a better opportunity.
Well, either way you can look at it, your opportunity, you better take it. Either that, your 35 seconds, you may want to just try to hold it now. Fry, shot fake, the kick out. 3-pointer on the way, good. Red Devils executed extremely well, and Kareem Jett with 8 points.
Now, Troy, I may be wrong here, but I think Kareem Jett is shooting for 100% so far.
Well, I don't remember, and I don't keep the shot chart, but he could be close. Bearcats will have the basketball for the final time here in the first half. Bass in the corner. Nice step back. Bass three-pointer, no good. Croft with a rebound, and he will not get it off in time, and we've made it to halftime. A low-scoring first half, but the Red Devils open up in a 3-2 zone and a 1-3-1 zone in the first half and hold the Bearcats to 19. Your halftime report is coming up next, right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
We are back. It is halftime here at, what we're now the home of the Bearcats, Muncie Central, at Muncie South Middle School. And the Red Devils have a slim 4-point lead here at the half. Great to have you with us here tonight for high school basketball. By the way, we'll have girls basketball tomorrow as the Richmond girls are scheduled to play Harrison. Now, of course, we have a winter storm warning. That may change things for tomorrow. They've already moved the JV game up to noon, and the varsity game is at 1:30. But if they do play, Brendan will have the call tomorrow with the pregame at around 1:20 as Richmond takes on Harrison in North Central Conference play. And, of course, we have Earlham basketball tomorrow as well here on Radio Troy Digital Sports as the Quakers will take on Franklin. Women play at 1 and the men at around 3:15. Well, the Red Devils, I think, Brandon, the one area of concern is that if they will cut down on the turnovers in the first half, and there were some costly turnovers because Muncie Central went in transition and scored. So if you even cut those down, let's say to 3 instead of 7, this lead probably, you might have a 7 or 8, maybe a 10-point lead here in the first half. So that's the one big thing. And the other one was what we said earlier. They got to find a way to make sure to not allow the Bearcats for second chance opportunities.
And really, Troy, 7 is not, so far they're not shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers, but it's going to start being a problem here soon. Obviously, 7, not a whole lot, but if they keep going, they're going to end up with 20 or more.
Yeah, and then we shouldn't even talk that, because that gets worrying to me when you start talking 15 to 18, 20 turnovers. You're a dead meat in boys basketball. You just cannot do that. But if they can cut down, and it's not so much, I think, the turnover itself, it's the turnover that's an unforced error. You make a really bad pass, and there's no reason why when you look at it. Yeah, you throw it out of bounds.
Jet to Thomas.
So the one thing you want to do is if you can cut that down a little bit and just try to take care of the basketball, you'd be in good shape. I think that the Bearcats, when they scouted Richmond this year, there was no way they were expecting the Red Devils to play zone. And that's what Coach talked about in the pregame. We made some adjustments this week. We had 2 days to work on it because we really thought playing man-to-man was not going to work against Muncie Central. They started in a 1-3-1. They play a 3-2, and the Bearcats, not a great shooting team. We mentioned that coming in. They only shoot 41%. I think that threw them off the mark in the first half.
Right. You're completely right there. And you really can't prepare for something, and then a team come and do something completely different and be able to compete to the same level until the halftime or at least second quarter at the most.
Yeah.
And that goes for any sport. That's not just basketball.
Right.
That's hockey, that's football, that's baseball, that's almost anything.
Yeah, well, we'll see what Muncie Central does, because they're right now the team that has to find a way to change their shooting in this second half, because I think they shot less than 30% by the time it was all said and done. They had a couple of baskets toward the end of that second quarter, but I think they were less than 30%. By the way, Red Devils led by Kareem Jetty at 8 points in the first half. And for the Muncie Central Bearcats, a couple of players with 4. Victor Young, who, by the way, is averaging 15 a game. He was held to 4, and Demarius Pegues had 4 points as well. All that's unofficial right now. We're more concerned about the final score when this one is over here tonight. See if the Red Devils can pick up a road win here tonight and go to 4-0 in the NCC. Okay, stay right there. Second half action is coming up here from Muncie South Middle School, right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
By the way, we will have coverage from 4 different games tonight around the area. We have our reporters at 3 other games, and of course we're here tonight. And the only way you're going to get basketball coverage anymore in Richmond is through Radio Troy Digital Sports. So, Bearcat basketball to open up this third quarter. We'll see what adjustments will be made by both these teams. Well, you notice that Coach Kalik didn't tell us what they did this week as far as the changes go, so he kind of kept that under his hat. Did it really well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I know during marching band season, because I was obviously a part of that, and that was a huge thing for bands to do. And because then you can obviously scout them and try to top that. And that's exactly what Coach Kalik was thinking.
Well, you know, you look at Stoley at the top of that zone, 6'5", That really eliminates whatever that point guard's going to try to do from the top. He's got to go to one side or the other, and that's what the Red Devils want. They want this ball not in the middle of the floor. They want it side to side. Well, there's Stafford, three-pointer in the corner, so good start for the Bearcats. Stafford missed some shots early as he gets on the board.
Stafford had a very quiet first half.
Yeah, he was really struggling.
Not shooting any points, no fouls, nothing.
There is Jordan Fry on the high post. Lucas off the drive. Good. Boy, Lucas, nice soft touch. Right around the basket. Lucas now with 10. 25-22, Bearcat basketball once again. The jump stop in the lane. We got a traveling call against KJ Jackson. So the Bearcats turn it over. You know, I watch players sometimes, watching the Bearcats kind of warming up a little bit, and I didn't like their demeanor at times in their warm-up. They were doing some step-back stuff, and I think that sometimes players get a little bit too cocky in the pregame and don't work on the things they really need to work on at times. And that's, I think, the Bearcats, and talking with Coach Kalik about that too, they're just maybe not as fundamentally sound as they should be, which is kind of a surprise when you have Chandler Thompson and Bonzi Wells on your bench.
And honestly, Troy, it's not just Muncie Central. Richmond's guilty of it. I think every single basketball club really is. Everyone wants to imagine how great they could be instead of what they know they need to do.
Well, one thing about Richmond, they don't do that the way they did there for a couple of years. I think Coach has kind of put a kibosh on that. There's a three on the way by Marquise.
And me and you were talking to Coach the other day, and he mentioned the demeanor during pregame was kind of everyone jacking around, to use his own words there, and he was kind of tired of it, to be blunt about it.
6 turnovers now by the Bearcats, 5:55 to go. Red Devil basketball once again is Stoley. Gives it off now to Croft. Again, Andrew Croft not playing here tonight for the Red Devils. Here's a three missed. The Red Devils one and done that time.
Lucas Croft having a pretty quiet night from outside that three-point line.
Victor Young missed the shot, so the Bearcats stay cold in this one. Spin in the lane by Lucas, and he'll draw the foul and go to the line for two.
Question is, who did he put the foul on?
I had Lucas for 10. I meant to say he had 8 points.
Well, that just messed me all up.
Sorry.
I thought I was wrong.
Foul's going to be called against Victor Young, who, again, only 4 points for Young.
Well, I guess I already got 10 written down. If he makes this one, we'll be good.
Second free throw. So he will get both, and now he has 10. 27-22. See the Red Devils stay in that 3-2 zone. That is Stafford. Well, they've had some years where they've had some real sharpshooters for the Bearcats, but not so far as Stafford shoots that three, missed everything, and the rebound by Bass, the freshman. Stafford struggling early. Here's Victor Young, and he'll get the foul against Jordan Fry and go to the line for two.
And for the Red Devils, compared to what it normally is, it's been a really quiet night in fouls, only having 2 fouls in the entire first half.
Yeah. Helps when you play that zone, huh?
Oh, yeah. Richmond playing pretty fundamentally sound today.
There's a free throw by
Victor
Young once again, 5 points. We'll fix that goal thing on the scoreboard.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on our mood.
That's right. He's learned we do everything by mood. 6 points now by Young. Red Devils lead it by 3. Careful. There's a foul. A little reach that time by KJ Jackson as he picks up his first. Now, Pegues has 2, and nobody in foul trouble for the Red Devils, so you can gamble a little bit more if you want to. I don't tell you what, and again, they don't put a whole lot of money into this school. Ball State has taken over the Muncie Corporation in the school situation here, but there's a turnover by Richmond. There's number 8.
And
but when you walk in here, you kind of tell they don't paint. They don't really clean up much. And
it's a middle school.
Yeah, but come on. Does that mean any less? Can you at least clean it up a little bit? Put a fresh coat of paint on the walls? Make it a little brighter? People at home probably thinking, again, we're at Mars.
Yeah. It's a special Mars lens that we bought from down across town.
Oh, that's going to be Muncie Central basketball. 2 Red Devil players there off the missed shot.
And I think that was Jordan Stoley's hand that hit it last.
Yeah.
That was a good call by the referee.
Bass was the one who missed the shot in the corner. 4:26 to go. There's Stafford again. Missed it. Rebound. Put back. Good. KJ Jackson. Jackson scores his first basket of the second half. Good look here at Marquise, and he traveled with it. Now that's just what we talked about a second ago. And again, no fault of Marquise, but he's got to make a decision. Keep that dribble until the very last second and then make the play.
I think what Marquise was doing was he wanted something, but he saw something else and tried to take it, and he was just already in that momentum.
There's Stafford again. He's going to keep shooting it until he gets it. Victor Young to tip it. So now Victor Young with the basket, and the Red Devils trail it by 1.
And Victor Young, since he went down on the floor just a few moments ago in the second quarter, he's been pretty good. He's put up 4 points already in only 2 or 3 short minutes.
Well, there was a lot of contact right there as Lucas goes out of bounds. He thought he got fouled by Bass first. One thing about it, you said it doesn't seat a lot, and it's by the way not full. But when it gets loud in here, you can see an opposing team really struggling to get their offense rolling, the communication and everything.
And I know me and you have had to pretty much yell into the microphone half the night, which doesn't help us at all. But
no, not at all. 3 minutes remain. There's a double dribble, no whistle against Pegues, and then Pegues drives and scores, and he's fouled.
Jordan fouled, not happy with the call, but knows it's a good call.
Well, you know what? You don't mind maybe getting the call there, but that was a definite travel on the other side.
Definitely. Well, it wasn't a travel. It was a double dribble.
Right in front of Bonzi Wells. That's why they didn't call it. Here's a free throw on the way. And now the Red Devils all of a sudden find themselves down by 4. Pegues now with 7. Red Devils against the press. Stoley hit that shot early. He's been quiet lately. Red Devils have gone a little drought here. Only 4 points in the quarter, and they are one and done there. So this is one of these patented droughts the Red Devils go into. There is the freshman, Reggie Bass. And Richmond's down by 6. This has turned into a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 to 4 run here in the quarter.
Wow.
Deloney is in. Marquise Thomas coming out. And all the momentum in favor of Bass and the Bearcats. Reggie now with 6. And again, he's just a freshman, 6'4".
Are you sure? I got him down for 7.
Here's Deloney. No. Red Devils one and done. Outlet pass Pegues. Pegues losing it on the way up. It goes off his hip and out of bounds. Turnover by the Bearcats.
And really good defense there by Jordan Stoley to not try to get caught up in that and blocking that, probably drawing the foul, but to just stick his hand in there and try to stop him from going up at all.
2 minutes. Are you asking me, am I sure about any of the scoring? Never. So now the Red Devils, again, only 4 points in the quarter. That I am sure of. All 4 points scored by Lucas Croft.
And when you answered that, I expected how perfection.
Yeah. I probably lost a point somewhere taking all those great photos you'll see later. Jet straight away short. Deloney with a rebound. Back to Jet. Stoley from the left wing. No. And the ball will go out of bounds, and it will be Richmond ball.
Good job there by Jordan Fry stopping everyone else so the ball could go out of bounds so they could get it in a better position instead of diving for it.
1:35 remaining in the quarter. And change now for the Bearcats as Tyreek Walker comes in. You know, I was talking a little bit with the coach, as you know, in the pregame. We stood out here for a little bit and talked, and this is a Muncie Central team. If they're on, they could win their sectional.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not sure if they have to play here or not. Lucas pull up short, and loose basketball. There's Walker. Here come the Bearcats with 1:20 to go. That is Walker. The drive, and that one off the bottom of the backboard. It goes out of bounds. Bass looking for the foul, and they change the call. So that's a turnover there for the Bearcats. Bass thought he got bumped on the baseline. I think he might have a good call.
And right here, Troy, we're seeing exactly what the commissioner was talking about in the commissioner report about fans trying to tell the officials how to officiate games.
Yeah, they got him right there on the baseline. And Richmond turns it over. That is now, what, 10?
10. You can use mine since you can't read your own.
You know, a lot of scratch going on here. Right now, I do know the Red Devils are still down by 7, and they're coming up on 1 minute remaining. And Richmond trying to survive a 4-point quarter. There's the lob, and we've got a foul against Richmond. The lob intended for Tyreek Walker.
What was the foul?
Backing into him.
Ah.
Can't back into.
I didn't hear the call over
Yeah.
the intercom. It's kind of hard to hear anything in here. And they have a really good sound system, so that's saying a lot.
You know, better than their lights.
Yeah. Then again, I think you could just have one of them Bluetooth speakers I got on the thing, and it'd be better than the lights.
Richmond really packing in that zone because they know the Bearcats have struggled from the outside. Everybody inside the three-point line. 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Richmond if they lose this, they'll look back at this third quarter in which they went stone cold.
And during the last girls' game, it's really the third quarter that lost it for them. So I don't know if it's coming out of halftime, you're trying to adjust things, or what's going on, but they've really got to get it together here in these third quarters.
You know, sometimes you just rather eliminate. There's Bass and a push. And Coach Kalik thought there might have been a travel first, but the official said no. That's why you play some on the road and play some at home.
Oh, definitely.
And I think they ended up getting Jet, number 2 on Kareem. 4.6 to go. Pegues, the kick out. Here's a 3 on the way. Good. Walker for 3 at the buzzer. It is all Bearcats as we head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one by 10.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Well, the Red Devils, again, only 4 points in that quarter. Muncie Central getting that 3 by Walker. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 17-4 in that quarter. So the Red Devils now down by 10. They just, and again, I don't know what it is, if you're just trying to generate offense. And right now, for Muncie Central, they kind of know that Lucas Croft is the man. And if they can sustain and keep him under check, they think they can win this game because there's nobody else out there other than maybe Stoley right now that is a consistent scorer game in, game out, if you can get him open.
Really, Troy, that's where these Red Devils are missing Andrew Croft the most, because Andrew Croft is such an amazing player for them, and he produces so much.
Oh, look out.
Man.
And Lucas went down really hard.
A great show of sportsmanship right there by Muncie Central players helping him up, but that did not look good.
Well, I think he's going to be okay. That's really scary.
By the way, they got the foul on Jalen Brown.
Well, the one thing about the Bearcats, you see Lucas right there holding his hip area, is they're not going to let the Red Devils score easily, that's for sure. And there was nothing dirty about it. You had like 3 guys in there going for the block all at the same time, and there was nothing Lucas was going
really
to do.
Just tried to bulldoze through them, and they're not going to give up this game easily.
So Lucas will go to the line. Lucas with 10. And this is a 2-shot foul. Well, the one thing about it, when the shot from the perimeter is not falling, you got to find a way to get some points. And Lucas, one of those guys who can take it to the basket when his shot isn't going. We have seen him do that.
And he's encouraged to do that.
He is very encouraged, yes. He may not now.
Right.
I'm not sure if I took a fall like that, because he came right down on his back. Second one, no good.
It's not often you see Lucas Croft missing free throws.
Yeah,
and he had that one bad game. I think it was McCutcheon, where he really couldn't get anything to go at the free throw line except for 2 out of 5 points, I think.
When they still ended up winning, though. Here's McGee's.
And he went into the auxiliary gym, and he actually shot a bunch of free throws for about half an hour after the game. And that's really what a championship mentality really takes.
Another offensive rebound for the Bearcats. Victor Young gets the bucket. Back the other way, no good on the shot. Jordan Fry able to pick it up, and Richmond gets a timeout. Bearcats on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. They lead this one by 11.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
We're back here at Muncie South Middle School, and it has been all Bearcats in the second half. They've now outscored the Red Devils 19-5 in this second half alone, and the Red Devils have just 1 field goal in the second half as well. So this is something Coach talked about. They cannot afford to have these droughts, and it's hit them tonight again.
And me and you were talking during the break there about one of my players that I saw doing pretty well was Raphael Dean, number 15, and we really have not seen him at all tonight. We saw him a little bit in the opening part of play, but we really haven't seen him much, or at all.
Well, yeah, he hasn't. I don't know if he's got the start tonight, but we haven't really seen him lately, at least through now 3 quarters. So it will be Red Devil basketball.
Some good news here, Troy. It looks like Lucas Croft is over on the side of the court there, walking around, stretching his leg out, but that was a really nasty fall he took.
Yeah, well, so he's out of the ball game, and so Marquise Thomas is in. Who's your scorer now? It's going to have to be Kareem
Thomas.
Jett. Well, Kareem Jett. We saw Thomas early, but not consistently, and you have Stoley and Jett. Those are the 2 guys right now.
Stoley is a really good player. He just hasn't been able to get anything to fall so
there
far.
You go. Kareem Jett. Kareem now in double figures with 10. The Red Devils down by 8. That shot inside missed by Victor Young. Here comes Marquise. Jett in the lane. Back to Marquise. Layup good. Back-to-back baskets now for the Red Devils, and all of a sudden they're back in the ball game, and Chandler Thompson, the head coach, says we want to talk about it on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils down by 6.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
It is Bearcat basketball back here at Muncie Southside Middle School as the Red Devils have closed the gap to 6. Back-to-back baskets here in the 4th quarter after outscored 19-5 leading up to those last 2 baskets. And the Red Devils, now here's one thing about it. If you're the Bearcats and Chandler Thompson says, hey guys, let's really milk some clock here, get a good shot. And that was not a good shot, but that was a good rebound putback. Walker able to beat the Red Devils. That's one thing you can't do. Now, I was about ready to say, if you're the Bearcats, you try to pull the Red Devils out of that zone and try to get them to come out and play more man. But, boy, you got to rebound, and that's what hurt the Red Devils right there.
Now, Troy, I can't tell from where I'm at. Can you tell the number on the back of his jersey there?
That's number 4. You talking about a guy shooting the basketball?
Yes.
Yeah, it's number 4.
Okay, thank you.
Tyreek Walker. Back to a 9-point lead. 42-33, Red Devil basketball. And again, Lucas Croft has not returned to the lineup yet for the Red. Yeah, he has. He came in a little bit ago. So during the timeout, there's a turnover. There's another turnover by Richmond. That's 11. So again, Lucas is back in, but 11 turnovers by the Red Devils. And we're going to see another change as Richmond will bring Jalen Hillard in.
Now, Troy, I do want to point out there's been as many turnovers as Lucas Croft has points, and really when that happens, it's got to scare you to a point.
Well, that one bothers you again. Why? Because it was just an unforced error.
Mental error, yeah.
He just threw it out of bounds and miscommunication again. Red Devils now 2-3 zone. Now they're kind of mixing it up. 3-2, looks a little bit like a 1-2-2, but now back to a 3-2. Now, I was about ready to say a little bit ago, if you're the Bearcats, you play the basketball, find a good shot, but don't force it because you're going to run a lot of clock right here.
And you're up by 9 at this point. There's not much you can do to mess that up if you really hold the clock for that long.
Well, I doubt you want Bass to shoot that 3 right there. That was not a good look. You know, one thing I've noticed about Chandler Thompson and Bonzie Wells and their coaching staff, they don't get up a whole lot.
No,
of course, now Coach Thompson a little bit past his playing weight. He's gained a few pounds over the years. Bonzie still looks pretty good, even though he's been out of basketball for a while. There's a reach on Bass. But they really don't seem to be too worked up on the sidelines. They kind of let these guys play, and
And, Troy, it's got to help to have that coaching staff of that.
Some players respond to it really well, being very calm. Back inside to Lucas. Shot good. Red Devils now 35 points, down by 7. And here the Bearcats will slow it down again. That last shot that Bass took was not what they were looking for. Of course, he's just a freshman.
And Troy, at this point, you have to think that Richmond's going to press just a little bit more.
Well, they're going to have to do something. I mean, you get to a point, you're down by 7, they're going to have to come out of the zone eventually. And if they press, boy, you better be careful because Bearcats can beat you to the other end unless you turn the ball over like that. Here is Jet, reverse layup, good.
Wow, nice shot.
Well, now you don't need a press because Bearcats gave you the basketball. Richmond right back in it once again. So look at this. No matter how bad you played in that third quarter, he's still in the ballgame.
Right. And they really set themselves up in the first and second for that. They really didn't give them too much of a separation. But then you have mistakes like that by Jordan Fry, but that really just kill you. Now Jordan Fry's really playing in foul trouble because now you got to press up. You got to try to block shots. And whether they want Jordan Fry to be the guy in there, or they can always have Raphael Dean they can go and put in that spot. But the coach obviously sees something that he wants in Jordan Fry out there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Back to the free throw line. This is a 1 and bonus. Well, and you look at that foul. Jalen Brown misses the front end of the 1-and-1, so not a bad foul. Richmond chance now to pull to within 3 with a basket right here. That's Lucas. Kareem guarded by KJ Jackson. Boy, Jackson, good quick feet, stays right in front of Kareem Jet. And there's a foul call, and they tell you what, for Bass, he wanted to push.
They got Bass on that one?
Yep. Coming out of the ball game is Jalen Brown. And we're going to whistle that dead because I think the Red Devils are going to get a timeout right here. It's a 30-second timeout. Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard trail it 42-37.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Good, Ron Mays giving you ambiance.
I did not even hear what you just said. It's so loud in here.
Ron Mays was giving you ambiance right there. Showing you the cheerleaders and such. All right, Red Devil basketball after the timeout. Stoley off the screen. Here is Hillard for 3, short. He hasn't shot all night long. Ball loose. Foul call against Richmond.
It looks like they're going to catch Jet with this one.
KJ Jackson.
Jet with his third now.
Well, you're at the point of the ball game. You really can't afford to take him out.
Right. And you really can't afford to put someone like Jackson up at the line.
He'll be there as that's still a 1 and bonus, 8th team foul.
About to put that foul down in the point, or that point down in the foul section.
Richmond, by the way, with 2, 4, 6, 7, 11 points scored in the second half, as all the Red Devils have been able to muster up offensively. Shows you how much they miss in Andrew Croft and his 15 points. 2:52 to go. Fry has his shot blocked. Getting the block there, Walker. The Red Devils will keep it. Here is Jet. Fry the double team underneath. Fans here wanted a 3-second call, but that might have been a little bit quick as you see Richmond again forced out beyond the 3-point line in their offense.
And, Troy, that is the second time consecutively that Jet has looked for Fry, but has been unsuccessful. Sorry.
Walker got another block. Stoley miss. Here come the Bearcats. Young gets fouled by Stoley, and we'll go to the line for 2. 2:10 remaining. Red Devils down by 7.
And, Troy, if you look at that entire possession, they had every chance to put up 2 points. They had few chances to put up 3, and they just couldn't make it happen.
You know, they ran over 30 seconds on the clock. So they really saw some valuable time come off the clock in that possession.
And if they want to come back here, they're really going to have to get this ball back, get down there, get a quick shot, come back and press.
Yeah, you only have 2:10 remaining. You don't have any choice now. You're going to have to really start to gamble a little bit here in the fourth quarter. Now the Bearcats are going to do the same, and the reason they try to put a little pressure on the ball is make the Red Devils waste some time. Now the possession arrow is in favor of Muncie Central.
And you're right there, Troy. Muncie could probably play a full-on zone for the rest of the game, and they'd be fine. But they want Richmond to give up that ball or take the ball.
Boy, Richmond got it back twice.
Wow. Jordan's lucky he avoided the foul there.
Going to get Jet on the offensive foul.
Coach Kolik is not happy whatsoever.
Well, that was a strange series of events on that last possession on this end of the floor. But now it's a minute 38. The Red Devils still in the zone. They're going to have to come out of this. They got to go get them.
They really should be pressing right now, as you just said.
Well, got to get out of the zone first. There you go. Trap when you can. There is Stafford. If you're Muncie Central, you do not even shoot it. Now Pegues decided to take it himself. Well, the Red Devils are not going to get it done here tonight as Jordan Fry hits the 3. And it's a 48-40 ball game.
And Troy, I do want to give you a little bit of props here. In the pregame, we were talking about who's really going to step up here. And your pick, Kareem Jett, really picked up. And he's the second leading scorer right now behind Lucas Croft by a point.
Well, this is a tough one to lose just simply from the fact that, again, you come in, you don't have Andrew. But that third quarter, 4 points. The 12-13 turnovers now the Red Devils have. That's been big. But it seems to be a recurring factor is a bad quarter. And I don't know what it is. I don't know where the Red Devils are losing their continuity in the offense where they just don't seem to be. And it happens so much now that you almost kind of expect it every game. But they got to find a way to be consistent. You had 13 in the first, 10 in the second, and then 4. And you have 5, 6, you have 10 in the fourth. Not a whole lot, but at least you got back into double figures. But this game got away from the Red Devils when they were outscored 17-4 in that third quarter. Now, still an 8-point ball game, and here's the press. Bearcats turn it over. Red Devil basketball, got to get some shots up quickly. Here's Croft, back to Jett, don't want to wait too long. Kareem from 15, no.
Wow.
Pegues rebound.
Wide open, or missed wildly.
Back the other way, Bearcats miss it at their end as Walker. 41 seconds to go. I'm not so sure that Kareem wasn't fouled on that last shot, too. Kareem, baseline shot on the way, no. Stafford rebound. Here's Pegues. Pegues down the lane, and they're going to wave it off. Foul be called. Going to Hillard. 27.9 remaining.
It looked like they were signaling 12, but it wasn't for sure up here. And this loss is really a dagger in the heart for Richmond. Undefeated in the NCC until tonight, and they knew this was going to be a tough one coming in here. One, without Andrew Croft, and two, this is just a physical, tough, strong, tall, lean Muncie Central team.
Yeah, they're very athletic. Even though they didn't shoot well in the first half, here's Croft for three. Boy, neither team really shot well from the perimeter as Pegues is trapped. 13 seconds remaining. And the Bearcats are going to go to 3-1 in the conference. So Richmond held to 40 points here tonight, and they lose it by a final of 50-40. We'll wrap it up in a moment. This has been Red Devil Basketball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, as we wrap it up here tonight, the Red Devils suffered their first loss in the North Central Conference as they're now 3-1. Muncie Central now 3-1 in the NCC, so we're going to see a little bit of a change at the guard at the top. There's still a lot of basketball to be played, but depending on what Andrew Croft, his status will be. The good news is now, Brendan, the Red Devils have 2 weeks before they play again to try to get everybody healthy and ready to go when the stretch run happens here in 2 weeks.
Right, and it's not only trying to make sure everyone's healthy by the time these 14 days are up. It's really trying to make sure everyone's recuperated, resting, and that they're back on their game. They cannot be in La-La land for this entire break here. They have to be in practice, busting their butt even more now because they do not have a game at the end of the week they need to be saving energy for.
And I think it's the best thing for them right now, getting in practice. Okay, Red Devils hit the key in this one again, 17-4 outscored in that third quarter and 12 turnovers by the Red Devils, and some key turnovers as well. Lucas Croft 13 and Kareem Jett with 10 leading the way for the Red Devils. So again, we're off for 2 weeks. We have girls basketball tomorrow if the weather isn't a factor, and that'll be at 1:20 for the pregame as Richmond takes on Harrison. Final score here from Muncie Southside Middle School. Red Devils drop this NCC contest 50-40. Thanks for being with us. This has been Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.